What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineer Survival. This is episode number 62, and in this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of combat, a little bit of fun, a little bit of exploration with the manta ray. Last episode, we went on a couple of little small explorations where we went and visited some of the neighbors, some of these little solar barges, Poseidon Station, just some of these things that are around us we visited with the manta ray. But this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit more, going to one of those unknown signals, which of course indicate the Prototech Factorum encounter. So we're gonna be trying a couple of those with the manta ray, but before we do that, I have a couple of small additions I want to make to the base, and the first one's gonna be a door that lets us get in and out of this room without having to go through the entire rest of the base. I think probably fitting some sort of door in right here would be really nice. It's gonna be a little tricky because we need to do it without depressurizing this room, otherwise all that stuff will die, but I think we can manage it if we just take our time. So let's get out there, and then the other thing I want to do has to do with the ice setup that we did last episode. Actually, you know what? Let's do that one first so that we don't have to, so that it can work while we're doing the other thing. So let's get down there. Alrighty, this over here is of course our ice setup that we built up last episode, and I had a couple suggestions from the comments for what we want to do in this. So this setup works pretty well. However, you have to have it in one of two modes. So you have your normal mode right there, which is you have your normal mode right here, which allows your ice to flow normally and just act like a normal ice container. And then you have this mode right here, which pulls ice from the base and does not let it out again. So all of the ice that way would end up in these storage containers over here, right there. Those are our little ice containers, which are unpressurized. However, currently we have to manually go back and forth, and we have to go and press this button whenever we want to swap it. But there were a couple of pretty good suggestions in the comments for how we could have this work automatically. So to that end, we're gonna go ahead and start with a couple of event controllers that we can put up over here. We're gonna do two of them. So let me go ahead and grab 1, 2. I don't know if that's, yeah, that should be enough. Just having two of these event controllers here. We'll put one right there and one right there, and let's get those built up. There's one. And here comes the other one as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one event controller, which is looking at all of the O2H2 generators and anything else that requires ice, the irrigation farms, all that stuff. And it's gonna be looking at that to see if any of them get below a certain capacity. If they do, it's gonna turn this to normal mode, like that, so that those machines can go ahead and pull ice from the ice machine. On the flip side, if no machines are below a certain capacity, then this is gonna go back to pull mode, so it's gonna start pulling all the ice from everything that's not one of those machines. Okay, so that's gonna control this right here. Second, we're gonna have this event controller right here, again, looking at the ice capacity on the base, and if it gets below a certain amount, this is gonna turn on some sort of warning alarm or warning LCD or something like that that's gonna say, hey, we need to go and get more ice because we're out of ice on the base or something. And heck, actually I could spice this up by adding yet another one that would check our hydrogen percentage. So let's put that one over here. Let's do yet another one for that. There we go. So now we have all three of our event controllers here. Let's go ahead and set them up real quick. So we'll make this one the one that controls the flow of this right here. Then we'll make these two our emergency ones that are going to tell us, hey, we're low on something on the base. We need to do some action. We need to do something. So let's go ahead and start with this one. All right, so this is relatively easy. We're just going to go ahead and add all of our O2H2 generators. We're also going to add all of our irrigation systems right here. And I don't care about non-base ones. I just care about the ones that are on the base here. So let's go ahead and add those. So we have irrigation systems and O2H2 generators on here. And I'm sorry, what? What are we shooting at? Why is an Ember ship coming close? Hang on. That's not good. Man, it takes us so long to get out here. But I think this is just our artillery's firing at it, because it's just within range for the artilleries to hit it. Yeah, you see the artillery is actually hitting it. And this is, of course, a torpedo corvette Mark III rather, and it looks like it doesn't want to fight us, but we want to fight it because we're looking for stuff, and maybe it's got grain on it. You never know. So let's go ahead and hop in this thing, and we're gonna take the battle to it to see what it's got. Let's go ahead and close that, boom, and let's get into the driver's seat over here, boom, and let's go ahead and disconnect right here. Boom, boom. Nope. There we go. That's the one. All right, and let's go ahead and chase this thing down over here. Now, we do have a little bit of damage on the front of this thing, but it should be okay. Torpedo, Corvette, let's come and get you. All right, let's go into our camera right here, lock onto this thing. And I'm sorry, man, you flew a little bit too close to the sun here. I don't know what to say. And then do I have... No, I don't have any... Oh, there we go. Okay, there are our turrets. No aggressors detected. Oh, they are firing. And the battle has commenced. All right, let's go a little bit closer so that our normal guns can actually get in on this. There we go. They're getting in on this. Do they have any weapons firing? I'm currently not using the railguns, but I could if needed. That's an artillery right there. Let's go ahead and fire a railgun at that. Oh, there we go. That's one railgun. Let's fire one at this as well, because I do not want those hitting me. There we go. He should be down. And let's just keep firing. They're firing at a lot of decoys here. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Let's go a little bit lower. I'm gonna fire one right here. Never mind, my railguns are out of commission, it looks like. Well, I'm just gonna let our guns keep firing. We have one railgun that could be back up in 50%. That's a weapon right there that I'm a little worried about. Ow. Man, this thing's strong. I'm trying to find an angle that I can go at. Ow. Oh, hang on, that's the camera. Ow. Okay, it's still got a couple turrets on the bottom and it's got turrets on the side as well. There's not a lot that I can do. What I could do is potentially try and lure it back. Let's back off just a little bit here. And if we can manage to get it to come back toward the snowstorm, then we'll be in really good luck. That's one of our weapons flying away. I want to get at an angle where that thing can't hit us very well. There we go. If I turn myself like this, I can get some of our turrets that weren't in the battle in the battle. That might help a little bit. All right, let's see where they're firing. I'm gonna try and hit everything that is shooting at us. I don't think there's much more that's actually shooting at us. I want to say we might have won this battle here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that as well. We're reloading. Give it a second. Let's go ahead and hit this thing right here to take that out of commission. There we go, that is out. And then do they have any other things that can actually see us? That looks like that's one of the jetpack inhibitors, but I think we might be good. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Let's move forward and let's try and see what else they have. I think they might be out of commission at this point. Let's get a little bit closer and then we're gonna go in on foot to see if we can do it. Yeah, so there are weapons right there. I don't think they can hit us though, but we need to be very careful. So let's go ahead and hop out. Do we have a weapon on us? We do. All right, and let's go in on this thing. Inhibitor field has disabled what, the drills? Something. I think we're good though. No, jetpack inhibitor is right there. We can't actually go in on jetpack yet. I do not remember exactly where the inhibitor field was. It was somewhere over here though. I think that might be it right there. Is that the inhibitor field? Let's go ahead and shoot it until it's down. And if it is, then we'll be good. All right, there we go. That might be the inhibitor field. So let's go ahead and turn off our turrets again. And let's see if we can use our, yes, we can. Perfect. All right, let's get in there and let's claim the rest of this base here. See if there's anything in here. I don't see anything quite yet. We gotta be a little careful. If there are turrets, then we'll have a problem. What are you guys, by the way? Artificial mass. Well, you can kiss my artificial. There we go. Okay, we're in. Let's get our weapon out just in case, and let's move in. See if there are any turrets here. It doesn't look like it, so I think we're good. Let's go ahead and steal this little research point. Very nice. And are there any cargo containers that I can steal? I don't think so. We're gonna have to break in through this offset door. Actually, this probably goes outside. Inventory. All right, there we go. So that does indeed go outside. Perfect. There is a little turret right there that I'm gonna shoot. Just chilling on the outside. But we should be able to take it down pretty quickly. Yep, there we go. And then there's just the 2 more turrets right there before we can claim this base. And I don't think these guys can hit me very easily. So we're gonna go ahead and just take these out. All right, there we go. That's everything right there. So we should now have access to, is that a welder? Oh my gosh, this was an advanced ship. Oh, of course, because it was a torpedo one. So it would have been like launching torpedoes with this thing. I don't know if it actually ever launched any at me. If not, I'm very glad it didn't. But regardless, we can put some stuff in there, I think. Yeah, we can, perfect. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in there. The ship should now be ours. So like this, for instance, I can actually, let me right click that. Maybe I can go back and build that up. Yeah, perfect, there we go. We now have an artillery turret back on this thing. Same with you. Yeah, there we go. We now have access to this other ship right here, which I don't think, to be fair, has much on it. We can check the stuff by going inside one of these containers. And just see what's on the base. It does have some artillery shells, which are good. It's got some assault cannon shells, which is also good. Control stations. Okay, I know where that is. Apparently I had railguns on it. I didn't even know that. Cargo containers, I don't know where those cargo containers are. But yeah, it did have some stuff on it, just not a whole lot. A little bit of platinum is always good, though. So I wonder if this will work right here. If I control Z onto this ship right here and make the dampeners relative to it, would it work if I had it just follow me? Ow! Sorry, didn't mean to do that one. All right, you know what? Let's just do this the easy way. We're gonna bring this back to the main base, and then let's go ahead and park it over there. And then we can, I don't know, we can maybe turn it all a certain color and have the snowstorm stuff decommission it all. It would be a cool ship to have in our fleet, but we don't really, you know, have the capability to have a fleet flying around. All right, here we go. For now, we're just gonna park this ship right underneath here. It should be good right here. And we'll deal with it a little bit later. All right, let's go back and get the manta ray, which is just chilling out here. There we go. Okay, that was a bit of a costly attack. We have a bunch of random parts floating through space. I'm not even gonna collect them. We have stuff back at home. We don't really need to worry too much. We can repair this pretty darn easily. In fact, once we get home, the bots should start repairing it themselves because they do like to do that sort of thing. All right, there we go. Another ship nicely put in this little parking area. I'm just gonna put it right next to the snowstorm here and let it hang out right here for now. I think that'll be good. Pretty darn close. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's hop on board the snowstorm real quick. And I want to turn on, because I believe I had turned off at some point, the build and repair. So build and repair, let's go ahead and turn on, and it's going to start, you know, repairing that stuff. And then this stuff right here, let me go and grab the build and repair thing, because I think we're just going to, you know, eat all that stuff. So the grinding does have this current build color right here, so we're gonna go ahead and click that one right there, which I believe will set, yes, perfect. So we can now go to this and tell it to make everything nice and pink, and that's all gonna get eaten by the build and repair system, which is perfect. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to a normal color, and let's get back to where we were before we were so rudely interrupted by this torpedo corvette Mark III. Which, again, I don't know if it actually sent any torpedoes on us. I'll have to go back in the editing to see if we see any torpedoes flying. But anyway, let's get back in here and let's get to work on those event controllers, which we were working on. So back down to the event controller stuff. Alrighty, so starting with this one, we do have this one all set up. So we're looking for cargo filled is equal or less than, and probably like 5% is what I care about. So if any of them are less than 5%, I'd like to start filling them up. Alrighty, so we should have it now set up so that if any of those machines right here are below 5%, it's gonna automatically start letting ice flow so that all the machines will be able to grab ice again and it'll be fine. However, if all of those machines at the same time using the AND gate are above 25%, it's gonna let it go into pull mode again. So if I go to, let's say one of those machines there, let's grab one of those machines and remove all of its ice. All right, take a look at this. The base irrigation system has 36,000 ice right here. Currently, it can't grab any more ice because we're in pull mode. It's trying to pull all the ice. But if I move all this out of here, you see how it automatically went to continuous flow mode because the event controller worked and it noticed that this was below 5%. But when this was above 25%, it was like, okay, all of our stuff are fed. So let's go ahead and go back into pull mode. So this will automatically handle this. And if any of our machines are a little bit low, it's gonna go into continuous flow mode so they can grab. And if all of our machines are high, above 25%, it's gonna go into pull mode so it can continue pulling ice from, you know, a ship or anything like that. So perfect. All right, we have that one set up. The next one that we need to set up, I think we're only gonna have looking at these two cargo containers here, the ice cargo. This one's gonna look at the ice cargo. This one's gonna look at the hydrogen tanks. And we'll have little LCDs telling us, you know, what we're low on. All right, here we are. Okay, so we have our two signs right there. One of them is going to turn on if our ice is low, and the other one is going to turn on if our hydrogen is low. And they're both being controlled by these event controllers right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn them off for now because we don't need them to be on. But yeah, there we go. So our ice control room now is a control room, and we can use it to monitor our ice status and stuff like that. Now, if I used a programmable block, I could probably do a little bit more and say, hey, our ice is low. We have, you know, 15% remaining ice, and then I can have this be orange. And then if it's 0%, I could have this be red or something like that. But we're not gonna go into too much detail right now because I don't want to. We're just gonna do it the easy way. So I think everything in here is set up. Thank you very much for those comments on how to make this even better than it was last episode. And I'm very happy we were able to do that. So now we have a mostly autonomous setup right here. And it's currently in pull mode. All right, let's go back up to the top. I want to add that door that I said I was going to add. So let's go up there and get that thing added. So the next idea is that if I go in here, let me go ahead and remove these because we don't have any bulletproof glass on the base and it's going to keep telling me that we're out. Let's go over here. This is where I want to add some sort of door. Not right here because that'll be a little bit in the way, but somewhere right there would be pretty good if I could go in this way. I just don't think that would work with how it's set up. I mean, I could harvest everything first, but I almost think having a door right here would be better. So let me go ahead and take that color, boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna have our door be right here. And you know what? I actually almost wanna use this door right here. The one that goes down like that, I think would look kind of nice. And that is the right way up. So we're gonna do a door like that. And then we're gonna have, I think what I wanna do as well is inside here, let's go this way. We're gonna bring this down as well this way. So you're gonna come out straight right here. We're gonna bring this a little bit forward. And this I think is gonna be just normal block. I wanna do another door. There we go, something like that. And then followed by yet another door. So we're gonna have 3 doors just so we don't kill the plants. We're gonna have this one door. We're gonna have this middle door right here, which only serves to slow you down and make sure that you've closed your doors before opening the exterior one. And then finally, we're gonna have a door that goes into this area, which is gonna break through right there. So let's go ahead and weld up some of these. Give ourselves a nice, good floor. I'm gonna need to weld these up too, actually, if I don't wanna depressurize things. So let me actually weld these first. Hey, we increased to level 4, very nice. But there we go, so there's a corridor right there. And then here's our other middle door. So this should now be pressurizable. And there's only really one way to find out, and I think what we're gonna do is we're going to, well, no, we're not gonna do that. It's pressurizable. I mean, I don't see any way that it could be non-pressurizable. So let's go ahead and close these doors here real quick. Boom, you're closed, you're closed. Now let's go ahead and remove this, and this should still be pressurizable. It is. All right, very good. So now we can go ahead and add our door nicely in right here. And I can remove this block as well and add in like a nice little window or something, since we're all pressurized. We don't have to worry about, you know, killing our plants or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get a door. And I almost want to do, oh, it'd be so nice if I could do this. That would be really, really cool. I do almost want to do it actually. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Right here, I'm gonna do, what do I have in my passages? Do I have anything cool? Probably not, but in these ones, maybe I have something. Let's try that right there. And we should still be pressurized right here, and we should even be pressurized right here too. Oh, we're not. I killed all the oxygen. It's fine though. The plants won't die. Their crop health went down a lot, admittedly. A crazy amount, actually. They went down an insane amount, but they're still alive. Okay, we can't clear that block quite yet. But I'm thinking I want to replace it with probably one of these. Something like that I think would look cool. Because then right here, instead of having this, I could do the offset one, and that would actually go really well against this side. Do I have any chili, by the way? Let me look. Vegetable seeds, mushroom spores, help crisp, chili. Yes, perfect. That's the good stuff. All right, let's get a little bit of chili there. And then I want to go through and close this door right here. We're missing bulletproof glass as always, but you see this actually fits pretty nicely in with that. And I would love to get this one in as well, but we can't do that quite yet. And then I also love to get all these done, but I'm gonna have to put blocks behind them before I can. So we're gonna have to hold out on that as well. But what we could do is we could eventually get something like this in, where then we have our you know, this is kind of like a little walkway. Oh, that'd be so cool. We just need so much bulletproof glass and we're out. So here's what I'll do for now. Let's just get normal light armor panels, and we'll come back and we'll add bulletproof glass once we have enough for it. And then I'm putting this here temporarily as well. It's a boring big door, but eventually it'll be replaced. Let's get a display. Here we go. I was able to get the display. All right, there we go. There's our boring door, which eventually will be replaced with a cooler door once we have the stuff. All right, nice. We now have an extra way to get in and out. I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and turn this machine on so we can have it run through and get all the stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's okay. That's all the base work that we want to do in this episode. Next, what I want to do is I would love to go on a little adventure to go and get some Prototech stuff. So let's go ahead and go out our new doorway while that machine works. We don't actually have to be here like next to it. We do have to be within, you know, the vicinity, I think. But yeah, we're gonna let that get its stuff. Alrighty, how are you doing? You are being decommissioned very slowly. Hey, look at that. We have a railgun right here. I don't mind if I do, actually, because we do have our railgun on the manta ray, which needs a little bit of work. So I'm gonna go ahead and... Are we attacking things again? Are we attacking parallax things? I don't really care. You can attack parallax things if you really want to attack parallax things. I'm just gonna put some stuff on here. I'm gonna slowly transfer this stuff over.
Inventory full.
Okay, there we go. Railgun's back up and running. Very nice. I can't believe they destroyed my ore detector. What the heck, guys? And also, why do we not have enough steel plates? What's going on with that? I think we do now, but that really does surprise me. I'm gonna go into the assembler and tell it to make me like 5,000 more steel plates. I thought we had plenty, but I guess not. Yeah, I don't know why they destroyed my ore detector. I guess they didn't want me radio spectrometrying things. But, okay, inset lights, yeah, they're just destroying, they're trying to destroy all my stuff. What's probably the problem here, actually? Here, let me go into this thing. This is probably set to grind before welding. Yeah, I would like you to weld before grind. And grind if weld gets stuck, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have them weld up some of this stuff first. And in fact, this, I don't need to even be here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that, because they should go and take that. All right, it's been a hot minute working on this thing, but we're almost there. I think we have most of the stuff built up. We now have this working on, yeah, it's got most of the stuff for the railgun as well. That's pretty good. Still missing a couple things, and now it's getting, I don't know, is it the rest of the, yeah, that was the rest of the railgun stuff. Cool, now we have both railguns back up and running. We're gonna need to get our camera back up as well. That's, I would say, a pretty important one. I think we'll put that right there. Oh, perfect. And now they're having a little trouble welding this stuff up. I think we might be out of steel plates on the base. That could be it. No, we're not. I don't exactly know why they're having so much trouble welding up the steel plates. Unless they're welding them up now. All right, a little bit of hand welding later, as well as a little bit of help from the bots. And we've got ourselves, I think, a ship that's in pretty good shape. Obviously, a little decoy right here would be good. Let's get that back in, because it looks like it did do its job. So decoy right there, and let's see if the other one needs a fresh decoy also. Looks like it does. Very good decoys. You guys have done well. And then other than that, let's see. Anything else that needs a little bit of looking at? No. Looks like the bots have done some pretty good work getting this stuff back. Well, not really here. But they've tried. They certainly have. Okay, is there anything else that we're missing? I don't know that there is. I think everything's looking good for this thing. So let me go ahead and blueprint it, because I don't think I blueprinted it before. Are we missing any weapons, first of all? Yes, we are, actually. We had some right here. I think the only thing I'm missing is a couple of turrets that we had right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those put in here. So stick that right back on here. I believe it's unable to place. Oh, that's why. There we go. That should do it. And then let's face this one this way as well. Perfect. I'll get that built up. Put a couple blocks in here, but we'll let the bots do the rest of it. Okay, so those are all of our weapons back up and running. I don't think I'm missing any. Although it would be nice to get a couple of them up here, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna do something that I had forgotten to do before, which is going to be blueprinting this. Let's go ahead and hit that right there. So we have the Manta Ray Mark II, which is the one with all the cargo and the extra weapons and that sort of thing. All right, I think we're pretty much ready to go on our little expedition, and we're gonna be going toward one of these unidentified signals. Now, what is our max capacity for our jump drive, I wonder? So if I go to jump drive right here, we have a max capacity of 2,000 kilometers, which is not bad. Actually, that might even be, that's kind of on par with what the snowstorm has, the solar storm rather. Okay, we need to go to one of these that's hopefully not going to despawn any second. So let's go to, well, gambling time. Let's go to the closer one that's over there. All right. How much? I have 89% hydrogen. All right, I'm pretty good with this amount of hydrogen, I think. So let's go ahead and turn toward this, and let's get ourselves jumping in that direction. Let me do a quick ammo check actually before we do, because maybe we do actually need to connect. Ooh, we don't have any assault cannon ammo. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and connect then. Well, at least refill our stuff as well. All right, there we go. There's our log right there. And what we want to do is make sure that our cargo, oops, I don't want to take that off. We want to make sure that our cargo grabs some assault cannon shells and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 50 rather assault cannon shells right there. I also want to make sure that I have some railgun sabos. Which I do have plenty of railgun sabos. It's probably more than I need even. And then I want to make sure that I grab some Gatling as well. I'll grab more actually. Oh yeah, we got plenty of Gatling ammo. Let's go ahead and grab 100 in there, and we'll grab 100 in this one as well. So that we're pretty good on Gatling ammo as we go. All right, I think we're pretty much good. So let's go ahead and press number 2 right here. Let's go ahead and set off, and let's aim ourselves toward the unidentified signal over here. We're gonna go to another Prototech encounter, and I have no clue how this is gonna go, but we're gonna find out. All right, unidentified signal this way. Let's get our maximum railgun set up. Camera aiming in this direction. What do you mean no ammo? Hang on, before we go. What do you mean by that? Oh, that'd be why. You're not connected. Get connected for free at Education Connect. All right, there we go. Nothing that a couple of conveyors can't fix. Now, if I go into my little visualizer, we can see that everything is successfully connected Perfect. We should have checked this first, but now you should be able to grab ammo, and that's going to be good. What I'm going to do here real quick is go into my F10 and replace the Manta Ray Mark II. I think it's replaced. That should be good. All right, let's go ahead and start heading toward our unidentified signal. I was kind of hoping that during that time, one of our unidentified signals would start showing that it's going to like disappear in 30 minutes or something, but none of them have. So let's go ahead and head toward this. All right, jump drive set to the max. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go on this one. Ready? Yes. All right, let's jump over here. Make sure we're aiming at the right thing, and let's head toward this thing. Prototech stuff. Who doesn't love a Prototech encounter? Woo! All right, we're more than halfway there. Whoa! Living on the alien planet. Is that the same alien planet where I built all my stuff? It probably is. All right, let's let our jump drives recharge. It's gonna take a second. We're gonna take a couple seconds, but we're well on our way. And yeah, let's I guess hop out and do some walking. It's only 15% charged. Sad day. Sad day it is. We have nothing inside those lockers. What about this one? Just a little S10 pistol with a little bit of ammo. Hey, I mean, you can't knock it. That's sometimes all you need. Let's put this stuff back in here. Why not? Yeah, we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and eat another kelp crisp. Kelp crisp is what I imagine like kale chips would be. And I've made kale chips before. Very difficult to make in the oven, but in the air fryer, they work pretty well. Just be careful, because if you leave them in there for too long, they will turn into carbon, if you know what I mean. So yeah, be careful when you're making kale chips or any other chips. Don't leave them in there for too long. All right, what's our jump drive looking like? 33%, oh my gosh, it takes so long. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna hang out in here and play some games against the wall. This is where you need a ball to bounce against the wall over and over. But we don't have ball. Never mind, I won't complete that thought. But yeah, okay. Well, what are you guys up to on what day? I have no clue when this is going to be released because I'm actually recording this on Thursday evening. And Friday is when I'm supposed to get this video out, but I don't know that that's going to be the case. So if it didn't come out Friday, it's probably going to come out Monday. So I've got lots that I got to do on the weekend. But I'm hoping to get videos out a little bit more frequently moving forward here. I do want to do the MMORPG Tycoon game, and I mentioned that a long time ago in an episode, and a lot of you guys in the comments were like, yes, I want to see that as well. So I think I am going to end up doing it. It'd be really cool. It's a game that I kind of like to play in my free time sometimes, so it'd be really cool to make a video on that one. And then I've got some other surprises coming up very soon in the next month, I would say. So stay tuned for those while we wait for our jump drive to charge. Man, I've been spoiled by the Prototech jump drives. The normal ones take so long. Oh, I guess we have a little space right here. I could add something, like another cargo container, or I don't know what else would be good to add. That'd be a very sneaky turret, though. Imagine like you're an invader and you're like, oh, dealt with the turret. Let's sneak over here, and then boom, there's another one. Surprise right there. I guess by the time you watch this, it'll either be Halloween or it'll be after Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody. All right, our jump drive is ready. So 12:06, let's go ahead and set it to something like that. That should be good. 1194, let's go ahead and try that. Hit the ready button, yes. Let's go ahead and jump back over here, make sure we're on our camera, and we're gonna aim directly right there, I think. Let's do that. And here we are. All right, 11 away. Let's go ahead and turn on our dampeners and see what we can spot. If we zoom in, I do see some structures. There's something right there. There is something right there. Something right there. Something right there. Something right there. Oh my gosh. And then something in the center right there, it looks like. Oh Lord, okay. I'm immediately terrified that this could be something that has a lot of little defense ships, because that's what this looks like. 1, 2, 3, although that's a little bigger. 4, 5. Anything else? I think that's it. 5 defense ships to contend with, if that's what those are. I don't see any other ones. Yeah. Okay, so we might have to take out 5 little ships. Usually these things have railguns, and usually they're not really a joke. So we need to be careful. That's one right there. Maybe 6. We still have 93% hydrogen. We've got plenty of power, so we should be good. I'm seeing a marker right there, something red. I can't tell what it is though. Let's press H. Logistics facility. Okay. See, I almost want to contend with the little ships first, if that's what those are. They could also be mines. I've seen that before where there are mines, but they're usually not that far. So I'm guessing these are little ships. Let's move in further. We can probably get within 5, you know, before that starts attacking us. You know what? This is kind of a bit of an outlier. Let's actually move in on this first. Let's do like a little bit of a lateral movement around here. Because all these little ship-looking things are kind of in their own area, but this, we could potentially take this thing out first. Oh, we have a wandering merchant over there. Hey, wandering merchant, you're probably not going to want to be here. Is that moving? That might be moving. I can't tell. Are you attacking this? Are you about to attack that wandering merchant? Wait, is that what's about to happen? Yeah, he's shooting at the wandering merchant. Okay, that's good if these guys also join in. I can't tell if they are. I think they might be kind of staying put. They're not really aggroed. Do I help the wandering merchant while he's kind of taking the aggro? I think maybe I do. Because that's definitely a bit of a combat encounter over there. Okay, let's move in here. While the wandering merchant's taking the aggro on this guy, let's help the wandering... Oh, man. Let's help the wandering merchant, and by doing so, take out this guy so we don't have to take him out. Wait, the wandering merchant's going directly into the encounter. Hey, wandering merchant, I don't know that that's something you want to do. No, not you. Nope, the other one. The other one, please. This guy. Nope, not the wandering merchant. I would like to lock onto this thing. That is definitely a combat ship of some kind. Let's go ahead and lock it, and let's fight this thing first. So that it's kind of got its aggro already on something else. And I'm very... Oh! It's firing at me. Okay, railguns. Fire 1. Aim down a little bit, because it's going down. Fire 2. There we go, that was a direct hit. Let's move in a little bit closer. Our weapons... Ah! Our weapons are on. But, okay, no, solid hit. Oh, dodge. Okay, nice. Our weapons are doing well. Oh, dodge again. It's firing missiles. We're gonna try and dodge those. I need to keep an eye on where the other stuff is because I don't want to aggro more than I have to. Dodge again. Waiting for the railguns to be back available. Let's back up again. I'm just gonna back up. Yeah, I'm just gonna back up a little bit. Oh, ow. The pain. All I see is sparks. As long as I dodge those shots whenever I see them, we should be good. We're doing pretty well. It looks like we're doing pretty well. And we're definitely farther away from the encounter itself, so we're not really aggroing anything we don't have to. Ow. Nice, that was a solid hit on that weapon. We have another railgun shot available. Let's go ahead and fire. Oh! It kind of knocked out my camera. Oh, I think it's gone. I think it's dead. Okay, perfect. That's one down. I'm gonna go ahead and lock onto it. If I can do that. There we go. Dampeners are relative. I would like to go ahead and slow it down here real quick. So let me get over to this thing here real quick. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Where's the stuff that's keeping it going? Where are your thrusters, my friend? I don't know where its thrusters are. Okay, whatever. I can't keep chasing it because it's going to take me away from the thing. And we only have... No, it's the other one that's giving us a T-, so never mind. But that's one vehicle taken out of, I think, 5. So we need to go back to the encounter itself here, and we need to reassess. I need to put my camera back on as well. Let's go ahead and give ourselves positive velocity there. I want to check out my camera, because they knocked it off. There we go, camera's back. And the turret. We do have enough stuff for a turret, very good. Okay, so there's that turret, and then these should be fine. Yes, okay, how close? We're getting pretty close. Okay, let's go ahead and slow this down. Dampener's on, and I need to check out what happened here as well. For now, I'm just gonna put some armor in here, I think. Actually, I wonder if I can put a heavy armor block here. Do we have enough stuff to put a heavy armor block in there? I do! I actually have some metal grids on me. Very nice. I'll try another one. Because that got taken out. I really don't want to get shot as I'm sitting inside this thing. All right, there we go. Camera is now back online, and we have successfully taken out a tiny bit of this encounter without taking out the rest of it. All right, we have a couple more ships to contend with. Where are they? I genuinely do not know. Oh, I see one right there. There's something up there. That might be another ship. I can't tell. We're just gonna need to get a little bit close and then pay attention, I guess. Maybe let's move around to try and hit whatever this is, because this might be another ship. Yeah, that looks like that might be another ship right there. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. Screenshot. Wait, with the backdrop of the planet, that actually makes this so much easier to see. It looks like that right there is a little vessel of some kind. Let's do this a little bit more, actually. That right there, all these are the same kind of little weapon vessel, it looks like. That looks like a combat ship, and that right there just looks like a little thing. I don't know what that is. Actually, you know what I think it is? I think all these little things are little defense platforms, probably immobile, or maybe they move, but they're at least weak. This right here, I think, is a proper combat ship like the one we just faced, and I think that might be the only other one. So let's go ahead and move in and try and take out that proper combat ship there. And if those defense platforms get aggroed, then we'll handle those. But if not, we'll be good. Let me go ahead and eat a cup crisp as well while we're here. And with that, let's go ahead and aggro only this little ship so that we can deal with it without having to deal with the entire rest of the base, as that would be problematic. Ooh, it's getting a little ominous with the shadow rolling in there. All right, can I aggro just you? Oh, also, this is not Mars, is it? This must be Triton. Looking at the coloration there. All right, well, do you have weapons on the back? I can't tell, but I know you have railguns on the front, so that's really what I'm worried about. I wonder if I can hit this with a railgun, because it must be within range if those defense platforms are so far. Let me try and hit it and see what happens. I am able to hit it. All right, well, in that case, let me just hit it again. Get some free shots on it before it's aggroed. Because it seems like it's not even on, because I can't lock it right now. It's like below radar. What? Self-destruct 5 minutes remaining? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean self-destruct 5 minutes remaining? And what's the reclaimer? Where did that come from? What? Oh, that's not good. And he's turning to attack. Okay, we have 5 minutes on a self-destruct, probably on that thing right there. I didn't even know we were on a timer. That's not cool. Okay, let's right click on this. We need to get into the main thing if we want to stop the self-destruct. And I don't know that we'll be able to, because this thing is gonna really try and mess us up here. We have 5 minutes remaining. Dodge that. Yeah, you weren't even trying with that one. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe hit him from here. Self-destruct imminent. Yeah, I know it's imminent. There's nothing I can do about that. Let's go ahead and hit this railgun. That was a solid hit. Second railgun, get ready. Firing. There we go. Second hit was a solid one. I think the reclaimer is the big thing. We need to get in there, because otherwise everything is lost on this base. I need to kind of trust the ship to handle itself. But there's no real easy way. Oh God, rockets everywhere. Oh, dodging. We got rockets flying everywhere. I really need to take out this one ship. If I can take out this one ship, I should be able to get in there. All right, we're doing some solid hits here. I really want to get another railgun shot on it, but I don't know that I can safely. Let's go ahead and move into the main base here, because we need to get in there and essentially turn off the self-destruct. Factorum communications relay defense platform. Yeah, I know self-destruct is imminent. You said 5 minutes. Okay, I think we took out that one ship. Let's move in on this thing. I'm so worried about those defense platforms though. And the reclaimer that just happens to be over there. That's a worrying thing too. Hey, assault drone. Okay, that's not good. Hey, if I were a self-destruct switch, where would I be? I don't know. Maybe one of these little things. Just gonna let it shoot at things. I genuinely don't know where the little self-destruct thing, or how I would turn off the self-destruct would be. Do I have any? Oh, okay. Hang on. Wait, an explosive has been disarmed. Okay, we disarmed something. Back up. We only have 37%. We're backing up a little bit because we're taking a, okay, back all the way up. They are converging. An explosive has been disarmed. Okay, we disarmed a couple of them. Let us just retreat a little bit for a second. Let's back all the way up. Holy. Okay, an explosive, we disarmed 2 explosives, I'm pretty sure, somehow. But I need to regroup because good lord. Okay. We only have 34% left. We need to take out these ships one by one, otherwise we're gonna have problems. Over here, I think only one of the ships is gonna attack us at once. So that right there is a ship that is chillin', okay. That right there is a defense platform. Unfortunately, one of the explosives might go off. Or, yeah, some of them might, I don't know. Don't really know what to do. That's a ship that I want to take out. This reclaimer right here. I don't know if it's within range. Let's move forward to try and take out this reclaimer. I think you might be within railgun range. Let me fire one. You are within railgun range. Some free shots on this reclaimer right here. I think that's within range, right? Let's wait for our railgun. If an explosive goes off, it's fine. I mean, we can't, there's nothing we can do about that. We took out 2 explosives. Maybe some others will go off, but it's okay. Anything else that we do is gonna end up in us losing our manta ray here, because we probably already have a lot of damage. Actually, no, we don't have that much damage. It just seemed like we did because things were shooting at us from all sides. Go ahead and lock that. We're gonna be a little bit safe while we deal with this, because he is coming toward us, but he's gonna shoot where we are, and as soon as he shoots, we can dodge. See, he shoots, we dodge. Simple as that. We're gonna do it again. I'm okay with this. He shoots, we dodge. Railgun. Okay, second railgun. Let's hit this. Ow. Okay, we were able to take out some of his stuff there. I really want to get that Top Gun taken down. That Top Gun Maverick right there. They are targeting the weapons though, which is good. Okay, dodge. We just need to kind of buy some time for our railguns to come back online. And we'll just keep doing these little dodges. We'll just keep doing these kind of micro dodges here as we, you know, let's go ahead and dodge that. Railguns are coming back online, 50%. Love for our stuff to target those weapons. Okay, one of our railguns back online. Let's go ahead and hit the top gun right there. Okay, we hit the mid, we hit center. Go ahead and hit this other one. Yeah, we hit him again. I mean, that was a pretty solid hit. All right, I think we're out of assault cannon shells. I think that's what's that's gonna hit. Well, you know what? Let's fire railguns at this guy, because I really want to take out those little weapons. Yeah, he's out. Okay, he's down for the count. Unfortunately, so are we almost, because we are really, really low on ice. So let's go ahead and go over here, and let's try and lock ourselves to him and see if he has any ice that we can steal. Ooh! Ow! I managed to kill one of our oh god, what's firing at me? Support drone. Go ahead and hit him with a railgun. I think, oh good lord, why, is it actually gonna be a support drone that's gonna take us out? Oh, we're going straight at him. Ow. Sorry, support drone. I mean, that's one way to take him out, right? Oh god. Ow, okay. All right, let's go ahead and try and do a couple of repairs here, because we definitely need them. All right, Barge, hey Barge, how you doing? I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna, yep, no, yep.
Inventory full.
Gonna steal a couple of these things here, if you don't mind. Oh, hey, there's a dude here. What do you have? Oh, nothing good. Okay, what I'm gonna do for now is I'm gonna throw on some tiny little warfare ion thrusters in the back, because I might actually end up needing them, because we are very low on ice, and there's not a lot I can do about that, because this guy doesn't have any ice, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna throw on a couple of those. Oxygen. You have hydrogen by any chance? You have nothing? I mean, if he had some hydrogen, that'd be nice.
Inventory.
But it doesn't seem like he does. We're completely out of assault cannon shells. Can you believe that? It's crazy. Gatling ammo we have, though. All right, just getting a couple of repairs done here. There's our Gatling turret back up and running. I would really like to steal their power, but I don't think I'm gonna end up doing that. Don't know that I'll be able to get this railgun back up and running, but I can at least maybe put, you know, some stuff in there. See if I can get it. And with that, I think we're ready to go back into the battle. Unfortunately, my energy's low. Let's get back in here and back into here. Okay. Let's get back into this. We only have 12% left. Oh, I need to get my camera back up because it has been destroyed. All right, then since this guy's usually fed through the Gatling, or through the railgun right here, and it's not built up, I'm just gonna grab some Gatling ammo and then manually feed this. So let's give it 20. Perfect. Toss that into there, and we should be good to go. All right, I'm a little bit afraid of how little hydrogen we have, but we're gonna work with it. All right. Let's move into this combat. There's one more reclaimer. Once we deal with this reclaimer, we'll be good, because all these little defense platforms are just kind of like chilling there. So the reclaimer is kind of the only, it's the last big danger. I almost wonder if I can use the... Oh yeah, self-destruct is imminent? Is that so? I don't know that self-destruct is imminent. You said 5 minutes, and that was like 20 minutes ago. I just want to kind of get around. Let's give ourselves a little bit of velocity this way. I want to get around all this stuff because I do not want to have to deal with these little floating defense platforms of death. I would rather only deal with this guy. He is coming toward me, I think. You guys hear that self-destruct is imminent? I could target with the railgun. Oh yeah, okay, railgun firing. That was a horrible shot. Well, it looks like we're about to get into a battle here. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of ammo left. So let's go ahead and back up. We're backing up faster than it can chase us. That's good. Sort of. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, we're in battle, I guess. In that case, you know what? Let's move close, because if we move close, we at least have our Gatling guns, and right now we don't have them. So let's do that. Let's move into our Gatling gun range. Let them fire. Oh, this is not going to be a good battle. I'm very afraid of this right now. Well, railgun's almost back online, so that's good. Let's fire with the railgun. Ooh, dodge that. Dodge that. Railgun fire. He's down! Oh my god, he's down! Wow! Okay, alright. Well, in that case, since self-destruct is still imminent, let's go ahead and turn our dampeners off and start moving in. I want to move in from this angle because I'm really afraid of those weapon things. I almost want to chase that guy down because he might have something good on him, but I'm not going to. Am I going to? I'm not going to. Well, let's go handle this self-destruct thing. We have basically 0 hydrogen at this point. We have 10. So I'm not gonna mess with the little drone thing. I'm not gonna mess with the defense platforms. I'm just gonna come in at a decent angle. Whoa, whoa, my friend. Mon ami. What's going on? Fire. Because apparently these little relays are gonna attack us. Let's go ahead and target that. Ow! All right, well, this is why we can't have nice things. Because these little relays are gonna attack us. All right, railgun, ready to fire. Railgun was a miss. Was it? Well, it's not firing anymore. I think it's down. Let's go ahead and move in. And there was one more that I'm still worried about. I guess we'll give him one too. Why not? Okay. You are active. Well, let's go ahead and give you a railgun then. Okay, he's down. All right, let's move in. The base might have some surprises for us, that's for sure. Let's go in a little bit. Yep, we have this thing firing. It's firing at little decoys, that's okay. I'll let it fire at decoys, I'm okay with this. And it's still firing at stuff too. Oh, okay, the other one scared me. All right, stop firing, please. I don't know what they're shooting at. Hey, I said, stop. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're disobeying. Oh, because it's not named. Okay, that's why. Okay, I do hear the alarm. The alarm is going off. Self-destruct is imminent, supposedly. We're gonna get in there and see what we can do about this. I don't know if self-destruct is actually imminent or if they're just pranking us. Oh, man. All right, let's get out here and let's get in there. Weapons out. Let's move. Let's eat a chili and then move. Okay, we're gonna start right here. I don't know what to be looking for, nor do I know if there are any. What are you? Interior wall. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Ah! Oh my god, that's a turret. I do have a warning that turret's there because I took out my grinder, and that's part of the easy NPC takeover mod. I wish it didn't do that until like I enabled something or something like that, but that's just how the mod works. Okay, that one's down, and then we do have another turret right there. I'm not gonna take out my grinder again, just so I don't have that early warning. All right, let's move in. Supposedly there's an explosive here. What do we have in here? Anything? Oh, we have a lot of goodies in there. Wow. What about you? Yep. supposedly, again, explosives. We should be a little bit careful. I don't know where they are. I think the only way... Oh, no. Okay, I can go in. Cool. Please don't be any turrets in here. Okay, how does one disarm? I think I'm gonna have to remove this. This is a timer block. What's down here? We have another area with some space credits. Right here we have an anti-radiation medkit, which I could certainly use. I don't know where, again, the explosives would be, nor do I know what I need to look out for. Go down here. Oh, turret! We have a turret down there. Okay. If I can sneak past... If I can go all the way down there, I should go past the turret. Zoop! That's one way to get past it. All right. So turret, my friend. I need to tell you something about your car's extended warranty. Oh, you shot. You thought you shot, but you missed. There we go. Turret's down. All right. So bombs. Bomb may have exploded here. Not sure, but there should be some Prototech stuff on this. Let me go over here and claim the NPC grid here real quick so it doesn't destroy in a certain amount of time. But then here we have barrel. Okay. We'll need to find out what else is here. We also need to make sure that there are no other turrets around here. It's entirely possible we get shot here. But we do have what looks like a couple of containers. This one right here, Prototech refinery. Ooh, a Prototech refinery. Is that one of the things that would have exploded? What do we have in here? This is gonna be despawned, so let me go ahead and hack that. Claim that. And that's gonna give us some detector components, thruster components, some goodies in there. And that's all that's on that grid right there. But Prototech refinery in here is really good. I don't know how I'm gonna bring it back to the base, but... Oh, actually, I know how I'm gonna bring it back. I'm just gonna attach it to the bottom there, and then I'll fly it back. It'd be nice if we could find some ice, too. Because, remember, we're quite low on ice. I don't know what's in here. This is not the way that I went, I don't think. Let's move in this way and see if there's anything. Move in. What do we have in here? Nothing inside the armory? Oh, this is so cool! This little walkway right here. This is neat. We have a box right there with nothing in it. We have a weapon rack. Oh, with some good weapons in it. Another weapon rack over here with some more good weapons. Oh, I love this. This is cool. We have a Willis duct down there, which one can use to sneak in. So it looks like we did do a number on this base here when we came in for the attack run, and that might have been what disabled a bunch of the bombs. I'm still not sure what the bombs were, you know, where they were. It could be that they were just those things that we destroyed on the ends. These things right here, the decoys. Maybe you destroy decoys and then that disables the bombs. I'm not sure. But it seems like we did pretty well. Our Prototech thing didn't get destroyed. Now, usually these also have a small grid thing as well. So this is a piston part. It's possible that there was a small thing and it got destroyed. Put that inside there. What I will do, if it had a small thing, because there was something up here. It could have been part of this, because there's a little cargo container in there. That does contain some cobalt, some magnesium, stuff like that. If there was a small grid thing, it's possible that... Oh, hang on. We have another Prototech thruster. Oh my gosh, we have a Prototech. We did have a small thing. It was in there. What about you? Do you have something? Oh, no, this must be just another cargo container. Oh man, this encounter gave us a lot. Gravity components, computers, detector components. Oh my gosh, that's so much. Yeah, Prototech thruster and a Prototech refinery. The Prototech refinery is going to be incredible. That's going to help out so much. I don't know if I want to put it on the the solar storm rather, or if I want to put it on the trade HQ. I'm not sure, but we'll have to figure out what we want to do with it. For now though, with the conquering of all this stuff right here, I think that's a pretty good place to end this episode. Oh, we have 2 of these. Hang on. I don't think I searched this one. Or maybe I searched this one and I didn't search this one. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't search this one. Let's go ahead and hack it. And let's make sure that we claim it as well. And that's going to give us... Oops. That's going to give us superconductors, probably enough to build up our railgun again, as well as some zone chips, some medical components. That's some pretty good stuff. Not bad at all. But yeah, like I was saying, I think this is where we're gonna end this episode. We did, that was a crazy combat encounter. We're down to the wire. We still are. We have 5 hydrogen in here and basically no ammo. I mean, we have plenty of Gatling ammo, but nothing else. But 4 hydrogen. We really need to find some ice. We could if we just go down there. So maybe what I do is grab everything on here, because this, look at this does have parachutes. I could land on the ice, fill up, and then take off again if I want to. It wouldn't be the worst idea that I've ever thought of. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this one. I really hope you enjoyed the little bit of combat that we did, as well as the little base building that we did early on in the episode. If you like this sort of thing, please go ahead and give it a like. Let me know what you want to see in the future episodes, because I don't know what we're going to do. But anyways, with that, subscribe if you're new. If you want to become a YouTube member or Patreon, get early access to videos, get your name in the end credits right here, and sometimes even get shout outs at the end of the video. There are links below in the description where you can do either of those, YouTube membership or Patreon. And for the people we're going to shout out at the end of this one, let's go with Iron Helix, Queen Danny, and Relos. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you everyone who's watching these for your support as well. It really does mean a lot. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode. Oh gosh, this guy's still floating here. Of Space Engineers Survival.